All right, today I'm here with Mac Mclinn, and by the look of your hat, you served in the United States Army. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Well, what years did you serve?
1968 to 1989.
Ooh. So, were you drafted or did you sign up?
Initially drafted.
Okay, but then just got in and was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of or at least for my career, as they say.
Well, I married a whack on my first tour, so I stayed in.
Just so people don't know what that means, what does that mean?
It's Women's Army Corps.
Okay.
She was one of the very last ones. She was in. They transferred all the women into they integrated the Women's Army Corps.
Okay.
And so it was quite a big deal back then.
Yeah, and so I think that's a first for me, especially at that time period. I'm assuming you went overseas to Vietnam at that time period?
Yes, 70, 71. I was over there. I was on a MACV team.
Okay, what's that?
Military Assistance Command. I was on a small team of advisors. I was just the radio operator.
Okay.
But and we worked with the RFPF, which is basically their Reserve and National Guard people.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a very, very small little compound where we were at. And it was
an experience. Yeah, I'm assuming that was true.
I really got to know the Vietnamese people that I worked with, and we basically cleared artillery missions and stuff like that for them, so our two sides wouldn't wind up shooting at each other.
So you kind of knew who was good and who was bad, and that was a very crucial part of that conflict for sure. Were you like a techie guy or anything like that, or were you like, I want to do something with this stuff? Is that how that worked?
Yeah, I started electronics in high school, of all places, and I had a little electronics class, and I went into the Army and got into field radio repair is the MOS I had. Then they sent me to Vietnam. They didn't need any repairmen, so they made me an RTO, radio operator.
Yeah, so that's kind of a step up, isn't it? Or is it a step across? Is that as they say? So you most of the time, and most of the guys over the years that went over in that time period, got out after their 2 years was done, and I would say probably 80 to 90%, probably closer to 90% of the ones that I've taken at lunch. But you stayed. Obviously, you met someone and you stayed in. What'd you do after you got back?
After I got back from Vietnam, or got out of the Army?
No, from Vietnam. So like the 70s, essentially.
They sent me to Fort Benning, Georgia. That was my first assignment. That's where I met the whack.
Yeah.
And I worked out of the sound branch there at Fort Benning, where they were training the airborne people, and we worked on the vehicles that used the speakers so they could talk to them while they were falling out of the sky.
That's super cool.
I've always been in electronics in the Army.
I love that stuff, especially because I'm an 82, so I've got the analog and the digital, and I love analog stuff. And I know where we're at now in the technology, and it's just incredible. But what you guys were able to do with the tools that you had is still pretty miraculous. And that goes back to World War II, man. I mean, it's unbelievable what I think now we take for granted how easy things are because it just happens. And back then, you had to figure out how to make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Reading schematics, using soldering irons and components, and that stuff I think is awesome. And I'm sad that it's not utilized as it used to be, but I think there's still a need for it. So you were in Georgia pretty much the rest of your career?
No, I did 3 tours of Germany.
Okay.
And
how does that work? Did you both get to go together?
Yes, actually. The first time was really kind of a trip because this was when they first integrated everybody, and we were the first husband and wife team that went over there and they made a big deal of it in a post paper and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was real kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually she had our son, and she got out.
Yeah.
And I spent the rest of my career going back and forth between the States and Germany.
Yeah. I'm sure you love Germany. Pretty much everyone says the
First
same.
tour, I liked it. Second tour, third tour,
Really?
I didn't care much.
Done
for
with it. You got all the
I
fun
was done
out.
with it. I wanted to go anywhere but Germany, but
I think if you had been a single guy, it might have been a different perspective.
yeah,
Because most of the guys that are like, I had a blast. They're all single dudes. And after you got out in '89, what'd you do?
well, I went to SMSU,
Okay.
boned up my electronic skills,
Hell yeah.
and wound up getting a job as a biomedical electronic technician. And I ended up working at Mercy Hospital on surgical equipment.
Oh wow. So you're their engineer essentially.
Basically,
Yeah.
clinical engineering is what they call the department, and I ended my time there at the surgery center working in the OR. I went to anesthesia school, so I was working on that kind of equipment.
Man, what a cool career. And I think you're a great example of how you can use those things to get further in what interests you. And I think you and I are both very lucky in that regard, where we figured out early in our life what we wanted to do and just kept going down that road. Because it seems like you made took pretty good advantage of that.
Yeah, I credit my whole career really with that class in high school.
That electrical.
The little electronic class I had in high school kind of got me started. And I'm an avid supporter of teaching skills
Oh yeah, me too.
in that age level.
Yeah.
You know,
Because it'll take hold, and that sets you on a path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, when I got out of the service, I went to SMSU, Missouri State now, I guess, but it kind of opened up a whole new world for me going to school again at 40 years old, and learning all the different things,
The new stuff.
the new
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
the new fields, and I took a lot of basic classes, and it just kind of opened up the whole world. I think our education system is failing our kids right now.
Yeah. Or we're failing our education system. It's kind of a two-part. It's a two-parter.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what did you guys build in your high school? Or what did they have you build?
Well, it was just beginning. And back then they had what they call Heath kits.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And we actually put together a lot of our test equipment. We put together a Heath kit on a power supply, meters, and we learned to solder and do all this stuff. And it was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm also a guitar player, and I'm a big gearhead, and that is one part of it that's kind of stayed, is the effect pedals that people buy and build themselves using, because back in the day you could go to Radio Shack and buy all the things you needed to make your own distortion pedal, and so if you knew how to use a soldering iron, you could do it. I made the most I ever did was I did a distortion, a fuzz pedal, and a switch, which are all very, very simple, very, very simple components. There's usually like 5 to 10 in there.
I miss Radio Shack.
Yeah.
I used to get all kinds of parts and stuff, pieces there. Yeah, I really miss them.
I know, I do too. And now you got to order it somewhere, and by the time you get it, it's not even the right thing, or it didn't fit right, or anything. It's unfortunate. Well, Mac, thank you so much for your service. Thank you for the great conversation today, and thanks for coming to lunch with me today, man.
Appreciate it.